Aiden gives Brian a thumbs up and a big smile. You're surprisingly quick on your feet. Nice job.
Thank you. I am. I hope he is okay.
Yeah, don't worry about him. He'll be fine.
I did. Okay, we should maybe. I guess this is a pretty quiet place of the base. If we secure him, would that be too much? I don't know what to do anymore because my instincts are like tie this guy up and interrogate him.
You do have a brig, but I will say this: if you depending on where you guys take them, do you guys want to take a small break right now so you can discuss it and we can all get a drink and stuff?
Yeah.
That was good.
This is a pretty good place for an interrogation. You know, nice, quiet, no other passengers. We have the vague threat of us.
The guy is now out cold, but he's slowly waking up. He's like, my head, my back, my arm.
My sack.
And as he says that, Aiden says, your head, and I bonk him on the head.
Aiden, come on. No use adding insult to this.
He's looking towards you, Aiden. He's like, asshole. And then he looks towards Prava. He's like, shiny asshole. Then he's like, looks towards Kuzon, small asshole. And he looks up to Brian. He's like, no.
Relax. She's not gonna hurt you. I'm Overseer Prava. I know you came here to meet me, or the Benefactor or whoever. But why'd you run when you saw our friend here?
She's broken into many of our facilities, killed so many of our people. Of course I ran.
Prava's gonna look to Bryn. Is this true?
I have done no such thing. I don't know what he is talking about.
It was reported that one of your race it broke into our facilities.
Oh, so you're just racially profiling me because one of my people has done this. You know what? That's very discriminatory.
Well, it's like they were female for one. But they had white fur.
Sexism. Ooh, okay.
Please don't kill me. But he's like, she had white fur and had two swords and started killing everyone with this gang of weirdos. I thought, well, you're there. I can't really see what color your fur is or anything, but I saw you and the gang of weirdos and. I thought you were here.
I'm sympathetic to this gang of weirdos. Do you understand what your company and your people have done to their race? Do you not think that their response might be proportional?
What? What are you talking about?
The jig is up, friend. We talked to your brother. We know all about your shady dealings recently.
It's just a few artifacts I took from Reed.
Just a few artifacts, huh?
He's looking down for a moment. It's like, I don't know exactly what the CEO did, but I can guess. I can guess very well.
Wait. What do you mean?
Well, we took some artifacts, sure, and stuff, but the CEO, he came personally to the planet for a while, and well, I helped him get something, but I don't know what.
Yes, so you helped him take this thing? Do you know where it is?
No, but I don't know exactly. I was just told to talk to the people. And well, I met with all the leaders, but before I knew it, we were being taken off planet.
Okay, buddy. One point at a time. First of all, how did you manage to get the core? Second, how did you sneak it off-world and where did you deliver it?
Typical human assuming things.
Hold on. Let's verify that what he took was the core. Can you describe this object that you helped him take?
It was in some sort of... Well, how do I say? It was in a container. I don't know exactly, but it was rather big.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. not super helpful. So you only saw the container, you never saw the object inside.
No, but it felt weird.
What does it make you feel?
I don't know, like revitalized, but in a weird way.
Like you felt life coming into you?
I think so, yes. I only touched the container, but I could see glow from inside.
Mm-hmm.
Thiveron will step forward and say, "You can show me the feeling," and then I'll put a hand on him and mind link with him.
Oh, it's like, oh, okay. I can do this. I got small telepathic abilities, sure. And he helps transfer this feeling. It's like almost like a very deep spiritual wellness to it, but it's also sort of forced on the person.
Can I like link with Thiveron and share this image to Bryn? Like act as like a telepathic relay and make sure that like she can see this image as well and see if it's like a similar power to what she's.
Yeah, I would say that. It's just a network of telepathics,
Yeah.
like routers.
Yeah, exactly. I am a server client. I interact with the user and I gather information and share.
But yeah, he shows this feeling, and Brian, given that you have been near it before, you know that this is a sort of thing that it is a common feeling of being near such a thing. It just feels that way because it's like it always wants you to be best, happy, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you got to keep it under control sometimes.
So, Ketra. How do you say that?
It's up to you how you say it.
Ketra, we spoke to your brother. I don't know. He might have mentioned you in a missive. Us that we wanted to talk. We talked with Trevor. Because what you took from my planet is very important. It is why my people are, I would assume, so desperately chasing after it. I thought I was one of the only ones sent out to look for it, but it seems like there are some people from my planet who their means of investigation are...
Well, I can tell you, they kept saying something about warrior princess or something. That's all I can really tell you about that, but I can tell you a bit more about the object.
Yes, please, if you know where it might be.
If you're really not her, I mean, you're completely covered. Is that normal?
I am wearing clothes. What do you want me to do? Strip? Like, I don't
No,
know.
I mean, no, I don't mean, like, he's looking away, he's like, no, that's not what I meant. I meant you're completely covered as in a suit.
Oh, I mean, yeah, would it make it feel better if you would see my fur color? Cause it is black. And she like pulls up her sleeve.
Oh, then you're not her. Well, that's good to know at least. Well, I'll tell you then. This is the first time something like this has ever happened. I'll be honest, while we may take a few items from places and sell them on and they rework their technology, and, well, I may borrow a few things from our company stores and sell them on the market without the company's knowledge. We've never done something like this. I don't know what was taken, but I can't say for sure. It seemed important.
Yes, it was very important. Without it, all my people would die. So it is a little bit important. Hence why we are so desperately trying to get it back. It seems some through more violent means, but you can understand why why this might be the case.
Maybe, but I don't know. I can't really support the killing of all those innocent people.
Oh. I mean, would you also not support killing an entire planet, sir? I'm not saying that the actions of this warrior princess was good. By no means am I saying that.
I guess it's understandable, but if it was taken anywhere, I don't know if it'll be in the Pact Worlds. It'll probably be at one of our research facilities out in Vast. I mean, it's better to keep stuff like that hidden, right?
Yes, most likely. What are the facilities that have been attacked?
Quite a few. I can't really name them all. I'm not really privy to that information. We do have a research facility on the Adari that was almost attacked, though the Adari government is meant to keep them out from it. Somebody stole a flipping specimen from there. It was really worrying.
Specimen? What kind of specimen?
A few weeks back, almost maybe 2 months, I'm not sure. But apparently someone stole a swarm specimen. We don't know where it went.
Uh-oh.
A swarm
Who could have
specimen, you
seen
said?
that coming?
Yeah, we don't know if it was the same person, though people live, so we don't think it was the one who's slaughtering everybody. But something was definitely stolen from our facilities.
Thiveron asks, do you have an identity for the other thief?
No, I wouldn't know. I'm a seller. Sure, I may sell some things up, but and take some things from the storehouse, but I'm not that high up on the ladder.
As swamp nobility, I'm assuming. What's you're like a duchess or like a anyway, not important. Were you versed in like your main rivals? Like, would you have been familiar with the other tribes and their heirs for political reasons?
Yes, we had many communications with the other tribes.
Great. So, do you know of any heir apparents that match the description this guy's giving? Do you have any?
Do I know them?
If you did want to know about that, did you want to know about that? I'm just asking, since you could possibly forget or anything.
I mean, I would
I don't
probably
mind,
remember.
So, you know that per region of your planet, of course, coat colors change to match the environment where they're from, so on and so forth. But the thing is, with such coats as, well, the white coats and stuff like that, they tend to be warrior tribes. Because, well, it's sort of like a dangerous animal with bright colors. It's like, stay the fuck away from me. Because I'm the brightest thing here. If you come near me, I will kill you. So essentially, you'd probably know quite a few tribes that match that description, but which one is currently doing this, you wouldn't know. You know that such tribes normally give royal guards, like, over to, well, your family for that such occasion.
Right. Okay. So, it could be any number of tribes. There are, someone of my species with white fur doesn't very much narrow it down. But there are a couple of more warrior tribes that could have set somebody like this. But I have not heard of this person in specific.
Yeah, it sounds like other groups are taking actions into their own hands then. So we gotta resolve this as quick as we can before too many more people get hurt.
Well, yeah, that is... What's that? He's like looking down the hallway with the closed, like, bolted doors, and you can see a car slowly going through the hallway of the station, like towards where you are, waiting at each door as it opens up slowly.
Is that a tram or something?
I said car. Like a car as in a car, as a driving car.
Thiveron come
Beep, beep.
join us, or is Thiveron still like operating the station systems?
I'd say he
Like
could
a
probably come and
Ford
join you.
Ultima, a Nissan.
Well, I just want to contact someone.
What, super futuristic.
Information on who's coming to.
Oh, Thiveron, did you join them? No, you
Yeah.
had to have joined them. You were right there,
Yeah,
of
I
course. You
was
did the
there.
mind thing.
Right, that's right.
So yeah, he was there.
Which
so
is why I'm a bit
essentially,
disappointed that he wasn't called a fluffy asshole, not gonna lie.
the thing is as the cars come in, you do see that it's a rather elongated car. It's got about 6 wheels on it, though it is capable of slight flight. You can tell just from it's got the same underskirt as your car does.
So you're saying are we talking like limo or freight truck here?
Limo.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna contact I'm assuming like with my communicator, I can contact like the guard station on the ship and ask if they know about anyone who is heading down in this direction.
As you raise your hand and start to communicate, all you hear is
Looks like his buddies are here.
We got jammers, guys. I can't contact the station.
Everybody dive for cover. I've got this asshole.
Well, hold on, maybe they're here to talk. Always. You guys get in
Brava, I
position.
appreciate
I'm
your
pulling out
naivety.
my
Now's not the
weapon.
time, we're in trouble.
They would not jam our communications if they wanted to talk.
I'm already grabbing this guy, making sure that he is out of the way and getting my weapon ready.
as the car pulls up, you can tell it slowly comes to a stop and then slowly drives to the side to make sure that the entire side of the vehicle is just facing you, just at an angle, as the doors open up at the driver's side and you can see this well-dressed butler man step out. It seems like he's an android of some kind. And he looks towards you, gives a small nod, and then walks to the back of the car and opens up the door, waiting. And the person steps through. At first, you see this brilliant, shining golden head at first, and then the bright azure of their eyes before the fluttering white coat follows. Standing before you, the guy holds his arms at his sides, no weapons in hand, as he looks down at what figures he can see who are not taking cover currently.
Prava's gonna look to our prisoner and just be like, "Who's this guy?"
That's the boss.
Oh,
That's
like
Owen
the
Reed.
head of the company.
Yeah,
Oh, good. I was hoping to go up the corporate
He's-
ladder.
he's meant to be in a meeting. I was waiting for him.
Oh, I didn't think we'd get to meet so soon. What a pleasant surprise, Mr. Reed.
As he steps forward, he looks down towards you, and then looks down towards the person who you have, which Aiden pulled near to cover, and he goes, "I see. So this is where you were. Disappointing."
Hey, now this isn't his fault. We're the ones who took him off the beaten path.
He caused you trouble, I see.
No, we chased him. We initiated. It's actually regarding trouble you may have caused a planet.
Insignificant right now. And he snaps his finger, and you see these people come out of a limo as well with clipboards and stuff like that. It's like, first things first. You, and he points towards the person on the ground. He goes, "You've been promoted." He's like, "What?" "Yes. You're now head of my PR department." "What? Why? Do you accept this promotion?" "Yes,
No,
I..."
before he answers, I'm gonna cover his mouth and I'm gonna shake my head. Don't do it.
"Allow him to answer on his own."
I'm gonna remove my hand.
And the guy is like, he goes, he's like, "Yeah, I accept, of course." "Good. Now you're gonna have plenty of practice being a part of PR now that you're fired."
Got him.
he turns towards his people and he goes, "Also, fire whoever made his cybernetics. Reed Foundation cybernetics shouldn't be that lackluster."
Listen here, sir. I don't know what kind of show you're trying to put on, but you have hurt my people, and you must answer to that.
I see. Let me guess. You are from one of the planets that saw about a deal we made. Of course. Here. And he's like, he gets a book, writes out, and gets a small holographic. There. How is 5,000 credits? That should finish.
I do not have any desire for your credits, sir. If this is a deal and you're just willing to pass things off with credits, that is not why I'm here. You stole something.
This is why you will always be poor. I gave you free money and you refuse it. And he rips it in half and tosses it to the side.
You will not buy my silence. You will not kill a nation. I will not allow it.
With all due respect, Mr. Reed, a deal that your company made may have doomed an entire race to extinction.
I see. An unfortunate deal then.
By the way, as they're talking, can I quickly pat down the guy on the ground? Because considering how they found us, I'm assuming that he's been bugged with some kind of tracking device.
He just has his phone and stuff.
Oh, perfect.
You can see him. He's a shell of his former self. He was built up so high and cast down the garbage.
By the way,
He's like,
as I see him in that state, I just shake my head. You're a third-rate employee with a fourth-rate resume.
I'm sure you're.
Before
I'm
Aiden
sure.
provokes him any further.
I'm sure your planet is very important. I'll try everything I can in order to help it.
Mr. Reed, with all due respect, this is the princess of that species, and whoever you made that deal with may not have been legally qualified to make that deal. You may be in violation of several laws.
I assure you I'm within my total legality.
Then who
However,
did you make this deal with?
there were many. If you wish to ask me, then go through the HR department. I have a multi-billion credit company to run.
Oh, why don't we skip that and just get to the nitty-gritty since we're busy? How's about that? You're on our station right now. How's about we work out a deal that's beneficial to all of us? Or beneficial to just some of us, and you can dive right out the airlock?
I see. Threats. Well, that makes it much easier then.
No, let's not get into violence and base threats now. You're a businessman.
Oh no, there is no threats. After all, I have something much more fearsome. He clicks his fingers, and you see like a team of 4 people so stand in front of him with suitcases. You are liable for threatening a very important person. How do you plead? And you see they're all lawyers, and it's like
this to violence, Mr. will not end well for you.
No, they are the worst kind of
He
people.
is threatening
and they are
legal action.
Exactly. They are lawyers.
By the way, as he does that, don't worry guys, I got this. I step up, I flick my glasses upwards, and I offer one of my business cards to the lawyers. I'm the leader of Zero Risk Security, a mercenary organization. These people are under my blanket. As such, they are liable to all the protection that a mercenary group comes with. We have free reign to operate as we wish.
I see. Take this. And the lawyer's like, yes, of course. We will consider legal action against the company itself. It's like, you are but a small-time organization. I suggest you step back. You forget that you're within the Pact Worlds, boy. Here, we do not solve things with sheer violence, apart from the games that people play on this planet.
Listen here, we seem to have lost the plot a little bit along the way. I just want you to return the Anam crystal you took from Baklak.
That crystal. You see, he almost has realization in his voice. Well then, if you wish to get back your crystal, I suggest you go and get it.
And where would that be? What have you done? Why did you take it?
Ah, I see. Seems like your people did tell you everything there was to know about the crystal, as expected. Keeping such secrets from the rest of the galaxy is improper.
You're being very vague and mysterious, sir, when pretending to provide information.
I'll tell you what. Return to your planet. There is plenty of information there where I took the crystal. And there we will solve this, without the boring legality. He pushes aside the lawyers who almost fall like dominoes. It'll be that simple.
He just pushes them all to the ground.
You just push them to the side and he stumble, almost falling to the ground. It's like, how about that? There's information you can provide me as well.
Hold on. All my friends are being creepy again. I'm sorry. Incredibly distracting. They've been staring at me this whole time. What are we doing?
He basically gave you directions to be able to go and find the crystal.
Oh, okay.
The question is if we trust this guy.
The question
Of course
is,
you
who
don't.
of us
It'd be
is the king of
foolish.
duels?
That reminds me. Can I take a sense motive to see if he means ill will by giving us these directions?
You can attempt to. And he's looking down to Aiden still, since Aiden's still next to him. It's like, take your third-rate organization away from me.
How's about I shove it right up your stuck-up ass? If there's any
He
room in
seems to-
there.
He seems to have... Oh, that was nice. He seems to have ulterior motives, but not ill will, strangely enough. You can tell from the tone of his voice.
Okay.
This guy, by the way, you can probably tell is actually not an SRO, but a highly modified android.
You just see Kuzon just this whole time, he's just biting his tongue, cause he...
By the way, I wanna Aiden glares at him and I wanna do what I did with that giant beast and I wanna roll intimidation. I tell him, you're awfully cocky for a pencil pusher who's 5 feet away from a hardened mercenary that can break his spine in two.
Oh, that's... Roll me, roll it.
Here it comes! I wanna reroll! I'm using the reroll!
Reroll it!
22!
Oh,
I'm sorry,
lovely.
Thiveron, I had to do it!
It's okay. Well, when we're sued into oblivion, we have only you to thank.
No, he's looking at you for a moment. Hang on, let me... Okay. He looks at you, and he looks for a moment at you, and then he looks out to a window, and he looks back to you. It's like, good thing I'm on read, otherwise that may have intimidated me.
It's a good thing that I'm an NPC, and the GM just says what I say.
Mr. Reed, you have to understand, we can't just take you at your word on such an important issue. This concerns the life and survivability of an entire planet's worth of people. Your company's made a very dangerous mistake. Now, I don't mean to imply that that's malicious, but you're definitely liable for what happens to these people.
As I said, if you wish to take any action, go for our HR department. I'll leave you fools here. As I said, I have a multi-billion credit company to run. And he turns around, fluttering with his coat as he goes.
Kuzon, as he Wait, but you said say Prava? I mean,
I just want to arrest this guy. Do you have anything you can do to with
by the
our
way-
authority?
Prava, Aiden pipes up. Prava, don't worry. I know his type. He's way too much of an asshole. His ego won't allow him to lie here.
As Kuzon, as he's like, this guy's turning around, and he's just like, it's like, yes, go drag yourself off. Get pulled around by the weight of other people. Some of us had to build everything that we have. We didn't get it granted to us.
Sorry, I didn't.
Oh,
For some bad reason you were breaking up. I couldn't hear you.
Oh.
What was that?
Kuzon just told him to go back and be supported by his lackeys, and that some of us had to build everything they had themselves.
Yes, it is a shame. He's like, too bad you were not born into money,
You are
or
a piece
more
of
or less
work, sorry.
made.
I don't know why you think you have this moral high ground. Your ineptitude, your knowledge of this thing you took, you say it is our people. I don't understand what whoever you made this deal with to take the Anna, you did this without full knowledge of what you were doing. This is your fault. You tried to pin this like we did something terrible, and I don't appreciate your vague threats, your trying to say something without saying anything at all. Your words are empty.
I was kind enough to give you exact directions to what you desired. Assistant. Yes, sir. Remind me never to be kind to strangers again. Understood, sir. Very good.
Is there kindness?
He gets into his car and closes the door.
Are we just gonna let this guy get away? Like,
Prava, trust me, I don't think we can stop him right now. However, I do have the
You could
strange...
try.
yeah, no, this
however,
is
I
our
d-
ground. What are you? This is where we have the most power. Security, please shut all the shutters in the area that we're. Oh right, we're
Yeah.
still.
Jumped.
Yeah.
However, I do have the strange compulsion to challenge him to a children's card game.
But yeah, we could, like, if you do, you can send security to where he's going, because he's clearly driving back to his ship right now. He's just.
Okay, so is the jammer gone? Can we direct security again?
It's going away, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna inform the crew that I would like to arrest Arwen Reed under my authority as the overseer of this vessel.
Okay. one moment.
Prava, if you're gonna do something that dangerous, you should warn the Benefactor. Things are about to get very hectic.
That was actually what I was about to do, was contact Elibor, so...
The Elibor does pick up. It's like, Prava, hello. How are you doing?
It'll
Yeah.
take like an hour for the spa to heat up, though. How?
Ella, sorry that it's all business lately. I need to inform the Benefactor that I just made a move that might have political implications.
Political? What do you mean?
Well, you know, these money types are always tied up with politics. I'm directing station security to arrest Arwen Reed of the Reed Foundation.
Why?
Well, his company took a device from a planet that seems to fuel it, give it life. He may have condemned many people to death, and he's not taking it as seriously as I would like.
And
Gave us
this
some
is...
information, and I'd like to hold him until the time that we can verify that information.
Prava, that's not how the law works. You need evidence to be able to commit something. You won't be able to arrest him.
I mean, then we do
Just
this
because one person says doesn't mean you can do anything, and we are in a pact world, Prava. We can't just arrest somebody because they're on our station. If we do, then we're going outside the pact worlds, and that's going to be very, very bad for everyone involved.
Let it go, Prava. He's way too rich and influential for this kind of tactic.
As much as I would like to see this man behind bars, it's...
Station security,
We
stand
can't-
down.
I have seen men like this with this power. We need to have As much as I know it, no one's going to listen to me.
Security, can you send me images of Mr. Reed's ship? Please stand down, allow him to leave if he tries to leave, but give me any data and information you have on his vessel.
Understood, sir. And they, of course, do send pictures of this grandiose, pure white and gold ship. Looks very reminiscent of some sort of mythical beast.
Presumably a dragon.
I'm gonna look up where
Yeah.
this guy lives, like where his. I'm gonna look up his mansion.
Oh, if you do, you can just look up on the wiki and it says he just lives on his ship.
So he lives in that ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
How is that small ship able to carry his ego?
mean,
My ego can't fit
It's a
inside the
pretty
ship.
beautiful ship, Aiden. We can't really beat him there. Like, the Perseverance is a beauty, but look at this thing. It's downright majestic.
I don't know. Smells
I
like
would say that
asshole to
this
me.
is the product of his ego. I would say that his ego built this pretty much from scratch.
Me and these corporate assholes don't mix well. I don't know if you've noticed. Next time I'm gonna punch him in the face. That's gonna make me feel better.
You don't seem to do well with, like, fellow mercenaries or
Anyone.
really anybody, your people,
Hey,
you do-
it's not easy being better than everybody else, okay? It's hard adjusting.
I can't believe the Perseverance can carry the weight of this guy's ego around space. Kuzon, you been boosting the engines or something?
No. No.
Yes.
I mean, we can track this guy.
I'm gonna point to his ship. I don't think we need a tracker to see that.
It seems like it's already taking off. The guy on the ground is just like, I'm fired. He's like, laying on the
Congratulations,
ground.
you just got lucky. Any other businessman would have probably sent an assassin. So pick yourself up, go back to your brother, find a new job, and stop whining about it.
Okay,
Hold on.
I
I
guess.
feel kind of responsible for this outcome.
you are responsible.
If you want to come work for us, we can guarantee you a living wage at least.
Isn't this guy a proven human hater?
Fuck you.
I mean, Aiden, you're kind of racist too, so I don't know what that's got to do with.
I'm offended. How can you say that, Prava? I'm the most tolerant person I know.
I mean, the bug, lizard, and dog jokes, they get kind of old after a while, It's funny at first, but, like, you can't just keep laughing that kind of systematic and repeated. Anyway, not the time.
Yeah, you big ape. You hairless monkey. Sorry.
So, yes, the guy's gonna go, I wouldn't mind any job. I don't know why you would hire me. I literally just admitted that I stole from my previous company. I'm doomed.
I mean, you're pretty good at running away. Maybe you can be a courier.
Maybe.
It sounds
He's
like,
like just-
he would steal the things he's carrying.
Yeah. Don't put that, next time somebody offers you a job, like during the interview, you don't have to bring it up.
You didn't have to remind me of your crimes. Like, you could have just...
Yeah.
If you want, I could give you my former password if that helps me get a job.
Well, that could.
I mean, I don't like you being that open to corporate espionage, but I do admit that is convenient for us.
How about
I
they give me the
second that.
passwords? I give you a couple hundred credits. We call it square.
That's not gonna let me live.
I mean, it is a start.
I mean, your brother was a pretty nice guy. We can give him a job. He can support you for him.
You know what? Yeah, that would do. He's just like, you know what? That will do. Yeah, here. And he's like handing you over a small little, what looks like a platinum card or something. It's like, just swipe this and you have a password.
So wait, we just decided that this guy's gonna mooch off his brother. I feel like we should inform him about
We made
important
decisions,
decisions.
brother. We don't need to.
It's more that I just at least want my brother to have a nice job.
Listen, we'll pay his brother really well, all right? We'll pay him enough to like at least half support an extra person.
Thank you. He's still laying on the floor.
Kuzon hands him a mop.
Hey, here's a new career path for you.
I mean, yeah, if we ever put him in a position to handle money, like.
So yes, what are you guys gonna do now as you do see the Reed Foundation's ship starting to fly away?
Now, if only
I
we
don't
had
know,
some
man.
nukes installed.
Prava has this small inclination, the small desire that's never been informed to do some good old-fashioned space piracy, but he's gonna push that deep down. Deep down.
What do you mean? You can tell Kuzon. Space piracy. I'm always down for some space piracy.
Prava's gonna okay, we're gonna follow up on his lead, and if this lead turns out to be empty and false, then we are going to destroy his ship, his company, and his life.
A little alteration to that plan. Instead of destroy it, can't we just scrap it? That seems like it's pointlessly expensive.
Just Kuzon, just while you're talking, just in the background. Yes. He's a dick. I don't like him.
I mean, I'm more results orientated. If his information's good, then I'll consider a square.
I mean, he does have a very punchable face.
Yes, he directed you to one of his research facilities. The book says he flies out from behind you, Prava.
Wow, thank
I'm
you,
sure
guys.
this is not a trap.
Listen, people aren't ready for people of our caliber when they set traps, all right? Traps only affect the low of the low, the weak of the weak.
As much as I am an evil book, however, I would like to bring something up. Bryn has been silent. Perhaps she is not dealing with this as well as you think.
No, I want to know more. I am not used to dealing with such business slime ball. He seemed to be telling the truth, but it did in like a terrible, vague way. I want to see we can go to this facility, ask questions at my planet at this facility, and if not, then I will, I don't know, maybe sneak into every one of their facilities and get the information myself. Like, if there's a way for me to do this in a way that doesn't hurt people and helps my planet, I will do it. And this seems like a viable way to maybe do this. I'm not bloodthirsty. I don't want to go around murdering everybody. That makes me no better than what they are.
That's all fine and dandy. I'm all for, going back to your world and checking it out and stuff, but do remember that we did come here to meet up with the Benefactor. We should check up on him before we decide to leave.
Yeah, it's true.
We can decide to leave, and then we can see the benefactor. Order of operations doesn't matter as long as we see the benefactor before we leave. Decision to leave made, but also let's go see the benefactor first.
Well, you got 2 missions out in the vast now.
Wait, 2?
Yeah, Thiveron's master.
Oh, right.
And I mean, I got a secret mission hidden here. I got. Probably hasn't had a chance to discuss this with you guys yet, but
So we have to go see the Benefactor, right?
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, let's go do that. It's been a while.
He's already here on the ship, from what I understand, as the owner. So Prava's gonna turn back. He never hung up on Elbor. I'm assuming Elbor's just been like watching us go on as we always do.
Yeah, it's like, well, the meetings are almost over. He's, well, being shouted at by the Starfinder Association right now, but otherwise, you're free to come in.
Oh, wonderful. It's not our fault this time, is it?
No, it's maybe.
Cool. See you soon.
I think it's a safe bet that it's always Prava's fault.
Well then, and if you go all the way along, you of course like hear some mutterings about it. It's like, did you hear there was like they chase people were running past you? It's amazing. Like, there's some mutterings going on among the skeleton crew that you have on the ship currently. And as you get up to near the top of the station where the meeting's being held, all you can hear is, "This is your fault. You and your cursed scavengers get in the way of our operations." And the Benefactor is just standing there listening to them. As they're going off, they're like, "Oh, how could you allow such a thing to happen?"
As this is happening, I'm completely going to ignore and interrupt them. I'm going over to the Benefactor. "Hey, it's been a while, boss. How you doing?" And I offer him a handshake.
"Ah, good to meet you again, Aiden." He gives you a hand to shake, and the Starfinder Society guy's like, "How dare you? We were speaking here." And he's like this very large creature with tendrils instead of arms.
I'm going to ignore him and say, "So we've got a few quick updates, but before we get into the nitty-gritty, I wanted you to know that I've had some of my boys look into the Tenebrae Guard. I'll get some information back to you in a couple of days."
Ah, this is good. Thank you. Though it seems like our meeting is over for the time being. This must be an emergency. He gestures towards the rather irate guy. He's like, "This isn't over, you and your cursed people."
And I click the button. There we go.
Kuzon just blows him up. It's just blowing a raspberry at him as he's leaving.
It's so rude. And he's like going away. He's like,
Oh, he's physically
swearing
here.
his name back.
I thought he was a hologram.
No,
Never mind.
I literally said he was there.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. I'm just gonna quietly watch him leave. Nice fella.
You see him? Yes, he was, well, once. I think I got on his nerves. It doesn't help that I've been sending teams in order to, well, aim for what he's aiming for, including you guys.
Don't worry, I'm sure he'll be fine after a couple of pork chops. He'll forget all about it.
That's just his body structure. He's not really fat.
Oh.
He says as he gestures to Elibor, who's making tea for everybody. And who is this? I saw her when you, well, your interaction with the Reed Foundation. He gestures towards you, Bryn.
Yes, hello, sir. I am Bryn. It is a pleasure to meet you. He seems like distracted.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well. I assume that you wanted to join your little crew?
We haven't made any hard decisions there yet. We're just helping her with her people's issue for now, at least.
I see. I did hear what limited could be heard through the call. And as much as I've had two voices in my head the entire time.
Oh, well, thank you for sharing some of your bandwidth with our situation. Though I imagine you must have wanted to tune that particular conversation out.
Well, listening to, well, Aaron is much more entertaining than listening to the blowhard, to say the least. I do not know what happened. I have had dealings with the Reed Foundation a few times. They've always been upstanding. What happened at this point is a mystery to me.
Say that, but it seems like someone in your network has stolen from the Reed Foundation in the past. Well, it seems that one of the cargoes that we ran for you when we went to Verces,
that's
route in the Reed Foundation.
Well, that was more or less a favor than me getting involved myself.
Yeah, if you remember Prava, he was basically doing somebody a favor, and we were the guys carrying it out. So technically it wasn't the Benefactor's goons that did that. Sorry, should I call your people goons?
I mean, I specifically said
You are my
it's
goons.
network, but I would say friends that you're giving personal favors to would be considered a member of your wider network.
Yes,
You're
don't worry. Companies work in such a way. There's never hard feelings held over such things unless you're a very poor businessman.
Huh. You know, mercenaries could learn a thing or two from.
You know, if you wanna talk about hard feelings, how's about those companies outside constantly blowing each other up? I can still see them in the distance fighting. Look at all that scrap over Akiton.
Yeah, so I do want to invest in like a giant just tractor beam. And just sink in.
I imagine every once in a while, probably would turn around and see Kuzon like pressed against the window, admiring all the scrap falling down the ladder.
He's like the squirrel
Exactly.
from Ice Age, only with scrap. Oh.
But yes, Nicole, you can say out loud. If you want us to wrap up soon, I can quickly do what he wanted to tell you quickly, and then we can wrap up if you want.
Yeah, sorry. It's
Of
the
course.
people that are here are hungry, and I'm hosting them, so I need to feed them.
That's fine. That's fine. I'll quickly do this then. It's like
Thank you. Sorry.
as we'll take a rest at first, but I did want to tell you exactly why you're working for me before you go off and probably deal with her situation, if you don't mind.
Is this
I
about
have been
the
trying to
sling?
tell you this for months. It's about the truth. Why you're doing all this for me.
I assumed it
Why
was
you're
because...
taking on these jobs.
I assumed it was because you want access to the swing, isn't it?
The sling, yes. That is one aspect to it. As much as you found out, that is my main objective. You see, well, before the gap, or perhaps even during it, space travel was much harder without the drift. This device was designed to fling spaceships through great distances to make colonies far away, enabling you to build gates between these places. That was the technology that has long since lost. I was a part of this. And the colony that I once resided in fell to a force. I should refer to it as fate, maybe?
Wait, hold on. Before you continue, you said you come from one of these colonies. Doesn't that mean that you're thousands of years old? If not more?
No, the gap wasn't that long ago. Well, to people's knowledge. I may be older, I may not be. But I cannot remember much. Only my time there. You see, I lost my hand this way. A good friend of mine made mistakes, and the colony may be lost. I was locked within a stasis tube, improperly sealed, and through the effects of it, I lost my hand. That is how I ended up here. Using my knowledge of pre-cap technology, I built up my company, my empire. And now I seek to fix what was wrong all that time ago. I wish to return to the colony. The very knowledge that this has is through the sling and its coordinates. That is
So,
why I'm getting you to do all this.
we need to hack into the sling.
You need to bring it operational.
Yes.
That's why I've been getting you to obtain such items. But, as you probably gathered, having such a thing able to fling starships and whatever else at such speeds is dangerous. That's why there's others searching for it. And he takes out a small pendant from his coat and places it on the table. A crimson star with an eye sketched into the center. You all know of the Starfinder Society, and you know that this is part of their symbol. But this one is strange, both colored and in symbol.
Haven't we seen this before?
You have. This was some of the Tenebrous Guard had this symbol on them.
Are you saying that the Tenebrous Guard is made out of people that came from your colony or different colonies?
He shakes his head. I don't know how they discovered the sling, or how did they discovered how to find the sling to begin with. I was very careful, never mentioning what it could truly do, and yet somehow now they are after it.
Well, as I mentioned, I've got my people working on finding out more about it. They're currently fighting against them, actually. And besides, we've still got some unfinished business with those assholes. We'll figure out what they know.
You may ask questions of me, but there's one thing I wish to say before you, well, take a look around the station and rest before you head off into the vast. These people and this symbol, it links them to the Starfinder Society very closely. The ones controlling the Tenebrous Guard are a faction within the Starfinders. And they are very dangerous people.
Well, what's different from this than any other time we tangled dangerous forces much larger than ourselves?
I suppose that is true. But I just wanted to tell you about what personally I had to gain from this. Still, if any of you wish to dig deeper, I will be willing to tell you. That is, if you're still willing to work for me, as I am now giving you the option to leave.
Aiden just shrugs. As long as the pay is right, I don't care.
I mean, yeah, this isn't anything that's against our desires. This isn't anything that we think would hurt Pact. So, like, by all means, if you need help with this, like, we'll continue to work with you.
Can I use the sling thingy when it's done?
If you
Kuzon,
wish to use it,
I think that's not a good idea.
I'll tell you what. If you get me into control of it, I will be able to send you to wherever you desire. And if you really wish to continue working for me even after we obtain it, perhaps you may even help me on the second part of my goal. But for now, this thing is important, but so is your own personal missions. I will give you a mission before you leave. Don't worry. It's a bit more vague this time. I need something that can act like a power source. I'll give you more details later.
I'm gonna look towards Prava when he says power source.
Prava does, like, look down to his chest, like, how much power do you need?
Well, an awful lot. But once again, we can talk about this over the coming days or so. I think we will deserve a rest. And besides, Elibor has shown interest in girl time, as she puts it.
Oh, really?
When Prava stares like a herd at Aiden, and then back to the Benefactor, and just like shakes his head like, no, no, don't.
So, I assumed they meant fine, right?
Kuzon just turns around. Yeah, Brian, you've just been welcomed into the fold. Congratulations.
Thank you. I totally know everything that is going on, and I am very pleased to be working together in the future for the benefit of everybody. That's yep.
Good.
Yeah.
Well then, I believe I will wish you all good luck. I need something to eat. I will give you more information on the coming days. For now, enjoy yourselves.
Thank you so much, kind sir. Nice to be meeting you and hearing. I'm glad you were able to you felt comfortable enough to discuss it, what seems like very personal matters with someone you just met. Thank you.
Well, if they trust you, I trust you. As simple as that.
You have good friends.
That's the highest praise I could ever hear. Thank you.
Oh, I guess it's official
And
then. Right, welcome to the team.
Woo!
Your offer to answer questions outstanding. I've only ever heard you referred to as the Benefactor. Would you tell us your name? You seem to have told us a lot of other information before.
Right. I've never actually mentioned my name before.
Wait. Can I guess?
Yeah, this means some. Sure.
Sean.
It does begin with a J.
Jason?
No.
Aiden is going to continue until you stop him.
He's like pushes his glasses up. He's just smiling at you, constantly trying to guess his name. My name is Josiah.
That was my next guess.
That's exactly what I was thinking you were going.
Can I call you Benny?
If you wish to call me Benny, yes. Never been that casual before in this sector, but if you wish to.
Or Josie?
No, Josie is banned. We are fired.
Josie
That one
is right out.
Josie is right out.
Well, I know my eject button is if Kuzon ever's done of his shit.
You know, I'm gonna regret becoming more casual with you people. I can tell already.
Don't worry, sir. They mean well. I assure you. At least they didn't begin braiding your hair like they did the maintenance officer.
Oh, how rude of me. There is another new crew member I have to introduce you to. This is Cal.
Greetings. Oh no. And perhaps at that point, we should end off for today. If you
Benefactor being like, oh no.
So, oh no.